Morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do our March 22nd, just for today, in a meditation. I hope you're doing well. The title of the meditation for today, The Principle of Self-Support. In our addiction, we were dependent upon people, places, and things. We learned to look to them to support us and supply the things we found lacking in ourselves. That comes from our basic text, pages 70 through 71. In the animal kingdom, there's a creature that thrives on others. It is called a leech. It attaches itself to people and takes what it needs. When one victim brushes the leech off, it simply goes to the next. In our active addiction, we behaved similarly. We drained our families, our friends, and our communities, consciously or unconsciously. We sought to get something for nothing from virtually everyone we encountered. When we saw the basket passed at our first meeting, we may have thought, self-support? Now, what kind of odd notion is this? As we watched, we noticed something. These self-supporting addicts were free. By paying their own way, they had earned the privilege of making their own decisions. By applying the principle of self-support in our personal lives, we gain for ourselves the same kind of freedom. No longer does anyone have the right to tell us where to live because we pay our own rent. We can eat, wear, or drive whatever we choose because we provide it for ourselves. Unlike the leech, we don't have to depend on others for our sustenance. The more responsibility we assume, the more freedom we'll gain. Just for today, there are no freedoms to the limit, rather, to the freedom I can earn by supporting myself. Let me reread that. Just for today, there are no limits to the freedom I can earn by supporting myself. I will accept personal responsibility and pay my own way today. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. So we're talking about the principle of self-support today. We're talking about being able to reposition ourselves to be free from having to have other people make decisions for us. You know, a great part of becoming self-supporting is not always just financial. I feel that part of my self-support is making sure that I have people in my life that I can turn to, that I can depend on, and I know that sounds contradictory to this principle of self-support, to depend on people, but I'm not talking about being a leech. I'm not talking about draining people till they're dry. I'm talking about having the awareness to know that I cannot do life alone. That's a big deal for me. That's one of the largest changes that I've experienced in Narcotics Anonymous is the willingness to participate in my own personal recovery by inviting other people into my journey. And there's so many people to pick from. You can't possibly befriend everyone. I know Facebook is something different, right? You can befriend people that you don't even know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having a network of people that you can be honest with, and talk to about where you're at and what you're going through. To me, that is part of being self-supporting, is that I access the resources and help that I need when I need them. I don't abuse them. And the other thing that I believe that is important about being fully self-supporting is that when we're talking about the NA group, denying outside contribution, when a newcomer comes into the meeting and they see a home group pass a basket full of money, I think two things go through their mind, because it went through mine. One, what is this notion that I'm going to pay you to let me come into in my mind back then, okay, guys, a free class, right? That's what we thought it was, a class. Why would I pay you? Why would I pay you? And then the payments to be here aren't free. I mean, aren't even, right? Some people pass the basket and don't ever put anything in. And then some people are putting larger amounts. Then on top of all of that, I'm seeing people, taking money out of the basket and making their own change, like they can be trusted to make their own change. So the basket goes by and I have a $20 bill, but I only want to give $2 or maybe one. I'm going to wait till the basket has enough money in it that I can get my $19 or $18 back, or whatever change I feel like I want back. And I'm going to stand there and actually do that in front of all these people watching. The newcomer probably is like, we're addicts here. Why does anyone touch any of the money as the basket is going around making their own change? They should go to the cashier. The cashier is the person chairing the meeting, right? Or the secretary, the person collecting the summon tradition. I mean, I was going through it. I was like, I'm gonna put my money in there. They know doggone well they're gonna take that money and they're going grocery shopping. They're going to get this, or they're gonna pay their rent. I'm not putting my money in that basket. I mean, when I thought about the basket being passed, there were so many thoughts that were so wrong that went through my head. And then the one or two times in my whole 30-something years that the treasurer actually did walk off with the money, it's probably like three. And one is just me hearing a horrible story. Two are people that I actually knew, and they were so far apart. One was in my first year, and the other one wasn't until I had had almost 17, 18 years. I'm talking about experiences that I know for a fact, that not that I heard about what's going on in someone's area, right? So I just want to remind people, whether you're a newcomer or you've been around a while, our being fully self-supporting on the group level gives us a lot of freedom. But hey, if you can do it within the group, you apparently are able to do it within your own life, because where did you get the money from? You brought it with you, right? Gainful employment, or however your income comes, you're sharing it with us at the group level so that we can have a meeting, so that we can carry the message. And I'm just saying, I'm submitting this to you. If you can do it like for the group, you can do it for yourself, and clearly are to some extent. Take it up a notch, right? Budget your finances, pay your bills, and make choices about what you want to do with the rest because you pay the price to be the boss about what you wear, what you buy, where you live. It brings you freedom, is the point. And for the newcomer, old timers, that's very important for us to model this principle of self support. It's very important for us to model it. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose.